What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy Murray, and I'm coming at you with a brand new video. And in this video, we're talking one of my other favorite shows on the internet, besides MILF Manor. Now we're talking about something a little bit more interesting, if you get what I'm saying. Something I also love dearly for all the wrong reasons. Velma. Hi. Yes, we know Velma. We know Velma. Critics give it a 42%, saying it's not that bad, and audiences know the reality that it's a pile of dog crap. It is something pointless, obscure, lazy, and at the same time wanting to... They're giddy about destroying actual Scooby-Doo. They enjoy it. They get kicks out of it. So, with that being said, you have this article from CBR. Velma's terrible reviews may end up saving the show. Velma has received some of the worst reviews from audiences of any show. Surprisingly, this seems to only have helped the show's popularity. What? Oh, yeah, they're equating trending to popularity. They're equating tons of YouTube videos to popularity. No, actually, it's not very popular. It's disdained for a reason. Like, this is continuing this argument of hate watching, and the idea is that hate watching means it's doing good. It doesn't matter if you guys hate it. They just care if it's doing good. No, because this is on a streaming service, all the streamer cares about is, does it bring in audience? Does it bring in subscribers? Is it losing subscribers? What is it doing? If it's not doing anything, maybe there's something there. We also haven't had really any numbers for Velma outside of the initial launch when HBO said it's their largest original animated show ever, and it was going up against Santa Inc. So what are the actual numbers? We don't know. Trending does not equate to actual popularity. It just means it's trending. We went through this as well, and to take this to another area, Johnny Depp trial. They kept saying, well, Amber Heard's name was trending. Johnny Depp's name was trending. Ergo, these mean certain things, but in reality, they weren't. It doesn't make sense to equate trending to popularity. HBO's Velma is not the greatest show, but is it as bad as reviewers would suggest? Yes. Velma's rating on IMDb is 1.3 out of 10, and its Rotten Tomatoes audience score is 6%. This means the show is rated lower than legendary bad movies like The Room and Troll 2. I don't know what Troll 2 is. I might need to check that out. This could lead some people to believe that Velma must be one of the worst shows ever made. But in truth, it's just kind of mediocre. Here's the thing, though. When you take this from CBR, CBR's playing all three sides in this, because I did this a while back. And if you, let's see, you type Velma into CBR, they have Velma terrible reviews may end up saving the show. Velma may be blindside viewers with Scooby-Doo horrifying origin story. They like to play every single side. They use Velma's awful. They use Velma's good. Things of that nature. So CBR is just playing the fence-sitting side now. But yes, it is very awful. It is one of the worst shows on television right now. As bad as Ring of Power? No. As bad as Blood Origin? No. This is a different kind of bad. This is She-Hulk level bad, which is, I think, separate categories of awful. But let's continue. That being said, viewers haven't exactly rushed to correct the hyperbolic negative response because the show isn't good enough to inspire a strong defense of it. Maybe, just maybe, They agree with a hyperbolic response. Now, there's a hyperbolic response that I didn't agree with when the show was first coming out, and people on the left were saying it's a right-wing psyop and Mindy Kaling's a conservative. When people on the right were more pointing out that it's just god-awful, pointing out every little area. Maybe it's god-awful. Maybe it is as bad as people say. That's why it's not mustering up much of a defense. However, the extremely low ratings may actually end up being the best thing for Velma. Well, where does this equate us? Oh, HBO Velma offers the best version of Shaggy. No. Hearing that a show is average, boring, or just kind of bad is probably the worst thing that can happen to its viewership. On the other hand, when people see reviews claiming Velma is the worst show ever made, that creates a level of morbid curiosity. Audiences will likely be inspired to see for themselves if Velma is really as bad as the reviewers say. Well, no. No, actually, because let's take YouTubers for account, because they do get into the YouTube angle. How am I doing my reviews? I'm walking you through it. How is Disparu doing his reviews? He's walking you through it. People are coming out, walking you through what's happening in these shows, pointing out, hey, this is freaking awful. Don't watch it. We'll watch it for you. And we'll go every episode of the way to show you how awful it is. People aren't going to go jump on. They're going to say, oh, Velma, it's so awful. Maybe I should YouTube it and see what the reviewers are saying. If the reviewers are coming out basically giving you step by step on what makes it awful, they're going to be like, well, now I don't have to watch the show. You guys did it for me. Thank you. That's the plus to all this. That just because something's trending doesn't mean they're going to hop on HBO Max, pay for it just to watch Velma. They're going to find other avenues to watch Velma. If that means yo-ho-hoing, they'll do that. If that means going on YouTube, typing in Velma reviews, episode what, episode what, episode what, they're going to go do that. They're not going to go like, oh, well, I want to see this awful show everybody's telling me about. Hop on HBO Max, pay for a monthly subscription just to watch a crappy TV show. They're not going to do that. There are also plenty of viewers who intentionally seek out bad shows and movies to mock and laugh at with friends. If left alone, Velma would likely have faded into obscurity, but the large amount of negative attention may have given it new life. Well, again, this is saying, hey, they're going to seek out people that they want to watch it with friends. See, that's going to help? No. Again, you're going to have to... Velma's behind a paywall unless you go yo-ho-hoing. You have to remember that. Velma's behind a paywall. Are audiences who just want to see morbid curiosity of a bad show actually going to pay money? If they're not a YouTuber like me, if they're not some reviewer, are they going to put up the money to go watch a crappy TV show? Probably not. Well, it continues. Velma's haters unintentionally signal boost the show. No. Because this gets into the idea of negative reviews equal trending equal viewership, when in reality, it doesn't do that. Negative reviews actually do hurt the show. Not just because something's trending doesn't mean it's going to get views. Just because Amber Heard was trending doesn't mean all the tweets about Amber Heard were negative. Just because Johnny Depp was trending doesn't mean every tweet about Johnny Depp was positive. That's this whole equating trending to good, or whatever we want to try to say it is. Wider audiences, things of that nature. No. It didn't help out Rings of Power. It didn't help out Blood Origin. It didn't help out any of these other shows. So it's not going to come out and help out this. It doesn't help Star Wars, for crying out loud. Despite the negative reviews, Velma's viewership is much higher than other shows, while some of the popularity can likely be chalked up to the show connection to the popular Scooby-Doo brand. It seems likely that it is in part due to the amount of attention being paid to the show online. Though Velma's IMDb user rating are very low, it is the second most popular show on the site, only losing out to HBO's other hit series, The Last of Us. There are also plenty of YouTube videos talking about the series. Well, here's the thing. It's popular because people are talking about it. That doesn't mean it's going to be reaching new audiences. But also, this doesn't equate to viewers. This goes to that Rap article that used, I don't remember the people that tracked instances of Velma being talked about. That adds articles, that means Twitter, that means YouTube, that means those things, and they're equating that to making it popular. No, that doesn't work right. That's not actual viewers, that's just people discussing it. That's people both being positive and negative about the show. This isn't good for the show. This doesn't prove anything. It just says people are talking about it. And yes, YouTubers are making videos about it. Myself, Disparu, I know my buddy Adam the Renaissance Nerd is. We're talking about it all the time because it's freaking awful. It's on what's right now. So this goes into just quit talking about it. Quit watching it. Quit talking about it. No, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to tell you why it's bad and why you shouldn't watch it. But at the same time, you can go watch it if you want. Check me. Guess what? Nobody's checking me. Maybe it is that bad. Even if many of these videos fall into the same category as the exaggerated bad reviews, they still contribute to Velma trending online. That doesn't equate to popularity, though. Just because something's trending doesn't mean it's adding viewership. Again, go to exaggeratedly bad reviews. My reviews. I am walking you through the episode. I am pointing out what's happening, what was said. Are you going to go watch the show now after I did it for you? Probably not. You might. Probably not. And yes, just because it adds to the trending doesn't mean you're getting a wider audiences. If they were getting great numbers on Velma, they'd be putting it out. They would be championing these numbers. They would say, hey, it's just under The Last of Us. It's so high. We have all this viewership. But they're not doing that now, are they? I wonder why. If Velma continues to receive so much attention, it will only continue to find a wider audience as more people curiosity is piqued by its cultural relevance. It's not culturally relevant, though. It's not. This is the difference. Just because something's trending doesn't mean it's culturally relevant. Let's take Wednesday, for example. Wednesday became culturally relevant. Why? Because of the TikTok videos that people were making to copy the dance. Wednesday became a cultural force and a cultural phenomenon. Conversely, what is Velma doing? Velma's creating negative attention because it's so freaking awful. It is not good. It makes fun of the source material. It is gleeful about destroying the source material. So no, this does not equate to its popularity and people are going to go watch it because it's so bad. No, that doesn't work that way. If it continues to trend online, more content creators and websites will also be inspired to give their own take on the show, perpetuating the show's popularity. Had Velma been given more realistic negative reviews, instead of being touted as the worst show ever, because it is, it probably would have become such an wouldn't have become such an online trend. But again, you're equating trending to popularity. Just because something's trending doesn't mean it's popular. Just because it's trending doesn't mean it's positive trending or negative trending. Let's take when Batwoman was on. Batwoman was trending all the time. Every time a new episode came out, Batwoman was trending. Viewership, though, was skydiving. Doctor Who came out. Doctor Who would trend. Viewership was skydiving. Rings of Power came out. Rings of Power would trend. Viewership was skydiving. This doesn't equate to people are going to go watch the show. It doesn't. Negative reviews actually hurt the show. It doesn't equate to better watches. Just because people are talking about it doesn't mean people are going to go watch the show. They're not going to go pay, I think it's $14 a month to watch 10 episodes of awful content. That doesn't track. Especially in today's economy. But let me get you guys' thoughts on all that down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it out with your friends. Sharing really does help. I hope I earned your guys' subscription today. I really appreciate every one of you. And bye for now.